City won the treble, and we are back in action. Hello, and welcome back to another video. How you all doing, Blues? It's Stephen here on a lazy Sunday morning. City are back in. I keep looking at the wrong camera. Sorry. City are back in action against Yokohama F MARINOS today, and it's back. We're back. The treble winners are back in football action. How you all doing? Are you good? Are you well? How's your weekend been so far? Are you looking forward to this game of football? I can't wait personally. I'm looking forward to it. I will be watching this game personally, by the way, over on Recast. It's not free. You pays about 400 cash, which is about £4 or something like that. It is UK based, but if you want to watch it and you're based in the UK and you find somewhere to watch it, head over to Recast right now. The link in the description. That's where I'm watching the game personally. I'll be watching it over there. And I'm looking forward to it. I really am. So yeah, click in the description below and sign up for Recast, and you can watch the game over there. That's where I'll be paying attention to this fascinating game of football. What did we win? Say it louder. Toast Coast, we won the treble. City won the treble. I am never going to stop saying that. By the way, which camera looks best, do you guys reckon? So we got this one, which is like the webcam, and we got this one, which is my usual cam. That's my usual one. Not the sharpest there. Sorry. Which webcam looks best? This is the cheap one, but I feel like the cheap one actually, like this one here, weirdly it's the cheap one. I think it looks better in certain lighting, but that's my actual like professional one. But for some reason the webcam looks better. Yeah, I don't know why. So I'll actually use the first one. It's honestly, that's like my £80 one, and this is my really expensive one. For whatever reason, like it's looking better on this one, so we'll stick to that. I think it just looks nicer the actual view, doesn't it, as well? You can see more marine and all that kind of stuff, though. There we go. Anyway, this game. Did you all had a nice summer away from Manchester City Football Club? Has it been good fun? Have you enjoyed it? I'm, by the way, trying to get that live event to work over on Recast. I can't seem to get it to work currently. I'm looking forward to it working. Is this started for anyone else yet? On anywhere? Is it started for anyone else? As it. There's a lighting bit more on my face there. Ryan said there's more lighting on my face, everyone. What about that? There you go. I've turned the light up a little bit now. That'll be better. Is it started? Okay, it's not started for me over on Recast yet, which is interesting. So I'm looking forward to that actually working. I have paid in there, so let's see how this goes. Coverage starts at 10:55. Does it? Okay. Well, it says 10:30 on my thing, so we'll see how that goes. Life is 50% more boring about City. Yeah, like sort of is. The weather has been terrible, hasn't it? Like it was really nice, isn't it, for like June. June was lovely, like roasting hot, and then July's been horrific. Oh, we got the first little sad loser in the chat going cheats. Unless he's a City fan, just reveling in it, and if so, fair enough. Don't care, pal. Won the treble. Your club probably isn't squeaky clean either. I don't know who you support, but I guarantee you, your club is probably absolutely not squeaky clean. Yeah, July's been minging. Absolutely been minging. It's just terrible. Like, I live in Ramsbottom, Daniel, so we're up in the hills. It's just rain, and then more rain. So rainy that it's leaked down the walls of my attic in my office, which has been terrible. So we look at that team, by the way. Should we look at the Manchester City lineup? We'll head over to Man City's Twitter account now, and we'll go through that lineup. I had a dream last night, by the way. I was just, you have those dreams where it's just a fever dream of random stuff. Like, football popped into my head in the dream, and McAtee got the ball around the edge of the area, dribbled past two people, and squared it back for a tap in. And so, if that happens today, I'm an absolute psychic, and it came to me in a dream. Let's see if it does. So, there's the team anyway. City have actually put it helpfully in positional order. We do seem to have a Kovacic debut, which is very, very exciting. We've got Ortega in goal. Captain Kyle Walker, by the way. We've got John Stones, Akanji, Ake. So I reckon Ake will play left back. Yeah, Stones and Akanji centre backs. Calvin Phillips sits alongside Kovacic, I would guess. Kovacic probably is an 8 alongside James McAtee. I think Cole Palmer will be finally in his preferred position out on the right wing, basically in the Mahrez role. Mahrez is gone, so Palmer's over there. Jack Grealish on the left, and Julian Alvarez, the star boy, the guy who's won everything in football, through the middle with a bench of Edison, Carson, Ruben Diaz, Joao Cancelo back from out the cold, Erling Haaland, Aymeric Laporte, Rodri, De Bruyne, Bernardo, Sergio Gomez, Maximo Peroni, Phil Foden, Oscar Bob, and your man Rico Lewis. So I can't wait to see this team, man. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. And yes, it is weird, Ryan, isn't it? Not having Riyad Mahrez. It feels absolutely crazy, but that is the reality now. we haven't got Riyad Mahrez anymore. It's a bit of a shame, but we do move on. Man City do move on, and they do prosper, and we do win things anyway. I've got to trust that this City side, that we've got enough to still be as great as we usually are, and I think we will be. Guardiola, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he? Pep is not no man's fool, and I'm sure he'll come out flying this season. When I take Mbappe at City, everything about me says yes and no at the same time. Mbappe's a really weird one, by the way. He's an absolute arse. Like, Mbappe is. I think he's such a bad egg. Like, such an individualist. I find it wild that he can be so good and be so selfish, but at the same time, he's Mbappe. And it's one of those things where if he came, I'd be like, amazing, Mbappe's here. But at the same time, I'm not crying out for him because he's Mbappe and he's a pain in the rear end. But basically, how are you all feeling about friendlies, by the way? Someone just said to me on Twitter, find it perplexing that so many fans watch friendlies. I've shattered after last season. I'm shattered too, actually. But I like friendlies, man. Mainly because friendlies don't really mean anything. Thank you, Logan, by the way. Love you too, pal. The friendlies to me are exciting because they're so low pressure. Like, can I just lay out the first rule of friendlies, by the way? And I feel like I need to... I feel like I'm gonna have to lay out the rule of friendlies. I might have to type it on Twitter at the same time because everyone needs to remember the friendly rule, right? Remember the pre-season. I can't type when I'm talking. It's a friendly rule. It's win-win. If you lose, it doesn't matter because there are a billion reasons for a player or a team to be out of form. But if someone plays well, it's a nice bonus. There you go. And a potential hint of what's to come. Decent sign that someone is back in good form. But they don't matter. That's the rule, right? Do we all agree that's the rule? That's the rule of friendlies. Do not take them seriously. They are fun. Treat them as fun. That's it. That's it. That's how friendlies. That's how I see friendlies. I am not going to analyse them. That's how it... But everyone needs to basically treat friendlies that way. Basically, that's it. Can we all just have a little bit of a truce of no moaning if we don't play well? That's how it has to be, all right? Boehner with a super chat. Boehner Ragnarsson. What a name, by the way, mate. I know you've just got a very normal name, but it sounds so powerful to us in England. I'm called Stephen McInerney. You're called Boehner Ragnarsson. It sounds amazing, mate. It's just a cool name. Hey again, how is life in England? Life in England's fine on our rainy, miserable little country, Actually, it's pretty miserable, to be honest, mate. We have a miserable government. Everyone's skin, everywhere's closing down, and it's raining all the time. That's the truth of it, if I'm being honest with you. But I'm good individually. I've got a beautiful family and friends, and I'm very happy, mate. I hope you're good over wherever you are. In your somewhere Nordic, somewhere Scandi, I don't know. Icelandic, is it maybe, potentially? Could it be? I love your name either way, mate. I'm not sure where you're from. Alster, my man, says, buzzing to see Phillips. Feel like it's his chance to set things straight. Same, mate. I can't wait for Calvin Phillips because I feel like he's been waiting for a chance to sort of just basically like prove himself at Manchester City, because last season was a weird one for him, wasn't it? Like, he's so much better than what we saw. Like, he just is, man. Like, he is not a poor footballer. He just isn't. Like, Calvin Phillips is has so much quality. He's got immense quality, but he just didn't show it for whatever reason. It never connected for him. Like, that isn't Calvin Phillips what we saw last year. He's got so much more quality than that. Like, he looked poor. He looked average, and I think he'll know that. But he's come back in good shape, apparently, working really hard, and hopefully we'll see a lot more from him, mate. I can't wait to see it too. First real friendliness is no such thing as friendliness. There is, unfortunately, mate. Then it's massive. Oh yeah, if we beat a rival, it's great fun. Top 3 players looking at today. For me, the players I'm excited for, it has to be Kovacic, obviously. I look for this team right now. Let me bring the team back up on screen again. The players I'm interested to see today. Look, I'm fascinated to see. Look, nothing to learn from Ortega, Walker, Stones, Kanji Ake. Nothing. Phillips, I'm excited to see. I'm hoping he comes back and finds, to be honest, some of the energy he had at Leeds. He looked so cumbersome at times last season, where he was known for this like relentless ball-winning player with boundless energy. I thought he was going to be more Fernandinho-esque, but we didn't see that. So I can't wait to see him. Kovacic, of course, our rugged new Croatian, handsome midfield bastard. I can't wait to see how he gets on. McAtee, definitely, mate. McAtee is... Look, I love James McAtee. He every now and then he tunes in, which is great. So he's a great bloke, a lovely player. I can't wait to see who gets on. And he's there on merit as well after a great season at Sheffield United. I can't wait to see who gets on. Cole Palmer as well. For me, as a right winger, that's where he should be. He's a very much a Mahrez kind of player. And a lot of City fans, understandably, haven't seen him play right wing much because they've only seen him play as a left winger or false nine or through the midfield because that's where Guardiola's played him. But he's a right winger. I promise you, man. I know that because he's told me personally. He sees himself as a right winger. So I want to see him in that position. So I can't wait to see him. Grealish, Alvarez, nothing to learn there really. Likewise, Edison, Carson, Diaz. Cancelo's attitude will be interesting in the second half. Obviously, Haaland's always fun to see. But then you go through the squad. Bernardo with his skinhead. Can't wait to see Bernardo's buzz cut. Buzz cut Bernardo should be fun. Maximo Peroni. Gomez, what's his confidence, of course, after a good summer. And Phil through the middle. Then obviously Oscar Bob, mate. Oscar Bob, such a talented player. And Rico as well, see if he's grown a bit. I know I went through a lot of players there, but they're the ones I want to see. They're the ones I want to see, and I'm curious to see how they get on. Daniel asking, are we definitely replacing Riyadh? I think so. It's not done yet officially, is it? But I do think we will replace him personally. I mean, if we don't, look, I'm all for youth integration, but I think leaning on a bunch of young youth players is not really fair. Like, I don't think it's fair for them to shoulder that responsibility when they're not quite there yet. Like, if they've had 2 or 3 seasons around the first team, then sure. It's like that eventually how we can lean on Foden, but Foden was a backup for a couple of years, and he's even more talented than most young players in the world football. So, to me, I don't think we should go for a young player straight away. Like, I want to see a senior player come in and then the likes of Bob or McAtee or Palmer or whatever carry on learning. I want to see him carry on learning and get more time before eventually, maybe a year from now, being ready to step in as a first team regularly if we need them. Like, we have to be realistic about it, you know what I mean? We can't just presume they're going to be able to jump in and play at the level. Mahrez is one of the best wingers in world football. It's as simple as that. Excuse me. Like, we do need experience as well, and proven high level experience. And I'm sure we'll get it. You know, I'm looking forward to it. Is Grealish still drunk? Yeah, probably is, mate. Probably is. That'll be fun, won't it? I can't wait to see how this goes, man. I can't wait to see how it goes today. It should be fun. I'm expecting a fun game of football, you know. This City side, they've got an awful lot of quality, you know. They are immensely. I think they're immensely successful because of their mentality, you know. They'll be well up for this game. It hasn't started yet for recast for me, by the way. I'm hoping it does because it said it was going to start at 10:30, so I'm looking forward to this stream kicking off on recast. But I'm watching it on recast, by the way. Do I think Vardiol will get done? I heard some rumours that it was him that leaked it. I don't know who it was, but I think it'll get done, yeah. I think there's a bit of pride kicking off because I think it did leak a little bit earlier than the plan was. So I do think City and Leipzig sort of pointed fingers at each other and went, you've leaked it, and I think it's probably the player leaked it unintentionally, you know. Something like that. We'll see. I think it'll get done, though. I think the rumours today were that Guardiola really wanted it done. He was getting frustrated. So I don't think they'll piss Pep off. I think they will get it done. He's earned the right to put his foot down, and I think it'll happen. I think it's mainly just posturing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Leipzig just randomly ask for a little bit more money last minute, because teams do that all the time. But eventually they'll sort of turn it around and they'll find an agreement, and it'll be fine. Like, Vardiol, I actually think he's a game changer. I think he improves this Manchester City system again. And also, let's touch on the system a little bit, because I do feel like there's a presumption that this system that we won the treble in, well, that's the level of this system because we won a treble. But I honestly don't feel like it is the apex of that system. I feel like it can get better. Does anyone else feel that way as well? Like, to me, just because he won the treble, it doesn't mean that's the best that system can be. I think Guardiola will know that. He'll look for better players and better ways to to get Manchester City like more creative and more solid defensively. And I think Vardy would change that. I think he'll try new things, and I do think we're gonna get better in this formation. Hopefully, we keep improving. Palace want Laporte. Yeah, I saw that. What's going on with Laporte, man? It's wild, isn't it? Like the fact that the rest of the world aren't banging down the door to get Aymeric Laporte just confuses the life out of me, man. He's Aymeric Laporte. It's like I don't understand it. Like it's one of those things where you would have presumed loads of people would have been like trying to get Laporte to sign. He's one of the best centre backs in world football. I don't understand why it's not happened, but it hasn't for whatever reason. And I'm sure in time he will find a club. But it's weird. Like I presume the world of football would have been all over Laporte. He's like literally brilliant. I don't know. Like it's just wild. But maybe there's not much of a demand for a centre back. Maybe he's a bit too expensive for a lot of people. I don't know what it is, but hopefully we do see him get the move that he deserves. I mean, we will see. I'll try and get Ace on again, Ryan. Yeah, absolutely, mate. We've both been so busy. Life's very busy for the pair of us at the moment, so we've not had time to catch up. Yeah, and I'm the same, Alistair. Alistair said the last time he was this excited for a signing was Haaland, and I feel the same. I think Vardy is absolutely immense. I did think it was done the other day when Romano did that thing, and I went big on a video. I unlisted that video because I don't want to mislead people, because he's obviously not signed yet, and I was wrong. I was wrong to get so excited by it, so I unlisted that video. But that's how giddy and excited I was too at the same time. Like, I really, really believed we'd signed him. And I was so giddy and so excited because I do think he's a special footballer. I think he's got so much talent. I just honestly believe he could make Manchester City an even better side. Like, he's like Stones with a little bit more skill, and it's just the way he comes forward. He could play left back, and he's genuinely a good dribbler, a great passer. He's creative as well as being an absolute battering ram as a defender. He's like some PK Stones Diaz hybrid. It's ridiculous. He's the best young player in the world, probably in his position. So that's it to me. Like I do want to see him. I do want to see him basically get wear a Manchester City shirt because he's that good. Thought Bayern would like Laporte. Yeah, I thought Bayern as well. Like, Laporte feels very Manchester City, doesn't it? Sorry, Bayern Munich, doesn't he? Or Real Madrid, for what it's worth. And yeah, he has been brilliant for us, Laporte. Yes, he's been excellent, so I do wish him the best wherever he goes. I do think it's a natural end, though. I think sometimes, players just move on, and you have to accept that as part of just how football is. Like, players do move on, and occasionally, that's just how it is. I'm just going to double check that the recast link is working fine. I've just emailed. I want to make sure that the link I put in the chat below, by the way, is working, because it's not gone live yet. Is anyone else gone live yet? By the way, is it on live on City Plus yet? If anyone's watching over there, I'm curious to see if it has or not. Carson, no chance. Stevie Street. Carson basically is just he's a coach now, isn't it? So how do we feel about this formation today? It's going to be just, how do you think we're going to be lining up? I mean, this is going to be standard, isn't it? It's going to be basically pretty much a standard formation. I think this might be 4-3-3, to be honest. Like, when you see that, Stones will come into midfield. I mean, that to me is Palmer out on the right, Grealish on the left, Alvarez. That's McAtee sort of ahead of Phillips and Kovacic. Kovacic pushing up alongside McAtee. It is that, isn't it, really? Well, that's just a 4-3-3, I think, by the looks of it. Stones, I'm sure, will come into midfield every now and then, but it's something like that. I think you're probably right, by the way, Toast Coast, about like Laporte's a tiny bit of a whiner. I think he's a good guy generally, but I think he's been known to be a little bit moany. But I'm not like I don't think he ever kicked off in the way that Laporte Cancelo did. But for me, I think Laporte, that there was those like pictures of him crying, wasn't it, at the end of the season, where I think he realised maybe he'd sort of messed up his chance at Man City a little bit, and it was ending or something. I don't know. We will see. But Laporte, I just think, to be honest, like the current system, Ake and Akanji just suit the mentality a little bit better of this team, don't they? And they make less mistakes. That's the thing. Yeah, now Ryan's got a point there, by the way. Alvarez will probably score in every preseason game, but then still not start the first game of the season. Like, I can't wait to see Alvarez's development, by the way, because this is the first time he's had a rest in ages. We forget that he joined Manchester City and essentially played free football for like 18 months because he played the Argentinian season. He kept just playing through and through and through, and he's not had a rest at all. And finally, he's got a summer off. So I can't wait to see him come back. With muscle memory kicking in and everything he's learned sinking in a little bit. Obviously, his English will be a bit better now. He'll be more relaxed over in England. It's his home now. I can't wait to see how he gets on. Because I do think in general, we forget that people take a long time just to learn how to be in a country and so on. And I think Alvarez, he'll come back more relaxed. Guardiola will keep working on him and so on. I do reckon it'll be interesting to see where Guardiola uses him. Maybe more as a 10. I think his first touch does need to improve for what it's worth. He's already completed football, but I think he's got so much to improve, Toast. I really do, but mate, I do. I think he's got an awful lot to develop still. I think his touch can be a little bit loose every now and then, and I think he doesn't always make the right call, but he's still so talented, but he's still so young at the same time. That's the thing for me. That's the thing I'm looking forward to see. What his next step is, and I think Pep will obviously be working on that. Guys, please do hit the like button. It does help support the channel. It would be massively appreciated. Jamie, I don't know where to watch in Ireland, mate, but it is going to be on Recast, which is a link in my description. So you've got a VPN. You can check that out. I think it's based in the UK on Recast, but it's always worth checking if it's going to be available in your region. Fingers crossed it will be. I think I'm in. Am I in yet? Am I signed in? Looking forward to this, though. It doesn't seem to have started yet. Has it started for anyone else yet? Is anyone on City Plus, by the way? Has it started? If so. I'm going to see if it started. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay. It is on City Plus. Interesting. Okay, Mr. Game Controller. Well, we're only at 5 minutes from kickoff now, so let's see how this goes. This is going to be fun. I really like friendlies. It's not pre-season until you watch City with foreign commentary. Is that what? Have you got a foreign commentary? Oh, okay, you're watching it somewhere else. All right, fair enough, mate. I mean, to be fair, I rarely get the commentary anyway because I'm chatting to you guys and I can't really play it. I can't believe we won the treble, by the way. We've won the treble. You know what I mean? Man City won the treble. New kit. What's the verdict on the new kit, everyone? Mad in it how they're announcing the third kit before the away kit. Absolutely crazy. Genuinely no idea where they do that. I can presume they're going to wear it in one of the friendlies. That's probably the reason why they fast forwarded a little bit. Arsenal are charging £7 for their pre-season game. What do you mean, as in to stream it? Shocking. I don't get why people do that, by the way. I just don't get it. Like, just let people watch it. You don't need that money. Like, you'll make a tiny bit of money from that. Like, a tiny bit of money. It's not worth it. Right, recast doesn't seem to be working for me either, to be fair. It's not working for me either, Get Gaming 99. I chatted to them, they told me it'd be live, so I'll be watching it with them. So That's a hell of a weekend, Alster. I want to see Oppenheimer as well, but want to see it IMAX in Printworks probably. Just getting time to do it. I probably will go into Manchester to do it as well. No IMAX in Ramsbottom, mate, where I live. Right. Who's got a stream that works, by the way? It doesn't work for me on Recast currently. I'm just messaging the person from Recast I've been chatting to, by the way. I want to make sure it gets going. Right, guys, we are minutes away from kickoff. What's everyone's expectations? Yeah, I've just messed. Basically, my recast is stuck on Conversation Phase 2, so I've got City Plus as well, to be fair, so I've gone to that, but I will be. I've just texted the person of Recast who I was chatting to, who said, "Look, share it over on your page, go for it." What do you all reckon about Bernardo's haircut, by the way? Like, I think he's going bald, by the way. I think he's gone for the chop ahead of a bit of a David Silva special. That's what I reckon. Have I got any sound? I haven't got any sound on City Plus. There we go. Recast is up and running. It seems to be up and running. Right, we're good. We're good. It is live on Recast now. It started working, which is good news. And I think it's a few minutes ahead of, like a few seconds ahead of City Plus. There we go. There we go. Right. It's live on Recast, which is where I'll be watching the game. Recast, link in the description. It's basically another kind of like streaming platform, Josh, where you sign up. It costs about a few quid, I think. 400 casts, which is about £4. It's sort of like a pay-per-view kind of content platform where you can catch this City game. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know why we've got a shot of the studio there, but we did have a shot of the studio. Has anyone else got no sound as well? Or is it just me? I seem to have no sound whatsoever. There we go. It is UK based, I think, Recast, so get your VPNs out. Good luck if you can't find it, by the way. But yeah, there's a link in the description below to give it a go if you want to. Oh, I miss friendlies, man. I miss friendlies. Do you remember how good they were, Yokohama, like previously? Played some lovely football, didn't they? Look at that font on the back of the shirts. It's wild. Right, we're about to be underway, and I can't wait to see Kovacic in action. I do believe in general, by the way, that he's a bit of a gem, and we're probably underestimating how good he will be. There's VAR for this, wow. Not messing about. So it looks like Greenish. Yeah, McAtee's playing as a midfielder. We're underway, by the way. We've just kicked off. Once again, if you are looking for somewhere to catch this, you best have a UK base or got a VPN, head to Recast in the description below. It costs a few quid, but it's 400 cast it costs, but it's a good way to catch the game if you're looking for somewhere to catch it. But it looks like Calvin Phillips is playing as the holding midfielder, Ake left back. It is basically 4-3-3 by the looks of it. Kovacic is playing as a number 8 in the number 8 role. Left central midfield currently. McAtee right central midfield. McAtee in the typical De Bruyne role. Kovacic. Oh, already over the top. Oh, Grealish nearly threw him goal from Ortega's long pass. But it's what you expect. Cole Palmer on the right, Grealish on the left, Alvarez through the middle. So it's a very traditional Man City formation, this. None of the weird stuff, you know. I'm sure there'll be the odd tactical tweak here and there, but it's pretty much as you would expect given this lineup. So I can't really see how Phillips is kind of sort of develops because he's had a bit of time to think about his form, you know, and get his fitness up. To me, a lot of it's fitness. Like, he needs to be sharper, he needs to be quicker, he needs to be smarter, and I'm sure he will be. Guys, please do hit the subscribe button, by the way. It would be massively appreciated if you are new to the channel. Help support the channel. Give this video a like as well. We are a minute and a half into the game now, and it's very much Manchester City that you're used to. I like Ortega, by the way. I saw a rumour that he's going to get a new contract to reward him. A bit of a pay rise because he's been excellent. And that's probably be a right idea. Ortega is currently ahead of Walker and Akanji, by the way, in terms of further up the pitch. Which is weird. I'm not sure about the... I don't know why it's regional locked, unfortunately, Erasmus. Sorry, mate. I have no idea. But I think it would be to do broadcast rights. I think some people have probably got it somewhere. And Grealish has just run out of play. Bernardo does like Kovacic, doesn't he? Looks like a thug, mate. He looks hard. Looks like he'd be good in a scrap, doesn't he? He always wants a scrap, to be fair, Bernardo. So these are the Japanese champions, by the way. Yokohama MARINOS. I remember a few years ago that we beat them, but they played really nice football. Like, really nice football. At one point, they were outpassing Man City, which is crazy. And it also shows you how good. Nice. Lovely football between Ortega, Walker, and Stones. Walker's pass was a little bit short, but he's done really nicely to alleviate a bit of pressure there. McAtee's not had a touch yet, I don't think, has he? Kovacic's done really nicely there to Grealish because he's a really nice footballer. What a surprise. Go on, Kovacic. You can already tell Kovacic is such a smart footballer, can't you? Anyone UK based, by the way, click the link in the description. You can watch it on Recast. You have to sign up, and there is a small fee, but it's I'm watching it right there, right now. Stones, yeah, through the middle again. Cole on the right wing is nice, man. I don't think McAtee's had a touch yet. Poor lad, it's not coming his way at all. Long range shot from Yokohama over the bar. I do love that Bernardo's giving a tribute to Silva. Yeah. Imagine if Bernardo, right? I think Bernardo will stay. By the way, does anyone else feel that way? Oh, Phillips made a mistake. It is rusty though. It is early season. Alvarez a bit sloppy there. Sloppy lads. I just think he'll stay. I just think he'll stay. Like bit sloppy here, but it is a friendly, you know. Yeah, he's offside there. Bernardo, I don't know. Like, maybe PSG will go big on him. The thing is, I think we got to pay attention to Mbappe, you know. if Mbappe does leave PSG, they might go big on a extravagant signing. And even though he's obviously not the same kind of player, Bernardo is a big level signing. And I think he would go to PSG. Things might have been a little bit closer to home. His home of Lisbon. Nice ball from Phillips. That's a nice ball from Phillips to Grealish there. Do I think Barella's better than Bernardo? I do not think he's better than Bernardo, but I do think he'd be a good replacement, yes. I think he would. I think he'd be a great replacement. I think Bernardo's one of the greatest in the world. Right, Cole's got a touch finally on the right. Go on, Cole. Thing is, what you watch Cole then moving with the ball, and he is just like a mini Mahrez. Like he's so silky, so technical. Kovacic is a Man City player, isn't he? He really is. Oh, unlucky, mate. Nice attempted pass. I know he is technically Man City, but you know what I mean. Played Cole. Cole's done really well there to win the ball. Really nice. Palmer's won the ball back to Phillips. Kevil, how you doing, mate? I'm good, pal. I'm very good. I'm actually excited about football. You're back, Kevil. You're like, I like it, mate. I like it. I miss the watch-alongs. Kovacic through on goal. And his ball was poor there, Kovacic, pal. Get better at that. Yeah, I think Kovacic is going to be... Oh, nice run for Kovacic, to be fair. He's in. He is through. Yeah, Kovacic is really far forward. I think he's going to enjoy his football at City. Like, I feel like he'll... Go on, Cole. What was that, Cole, mate? He just kicked his own boot. That's such a young player thing to do when they snap it a little bit. That's just entirely inexperience. You'd think so, Josh, potentially, man. I want Palmer to stay and play as a right winger. I think he's so much better out there than people realise. Like, as good as he can be occasionally through the middle on the left, he's miles better on the right. Like, miles better. He's just a right winger. He's a natural. You can watch live on Recast Game On. Click the link in the description below. New kit's nice, by the way, isn't it? McAtee finally on the ball. Has he had a touch yet? I think that's his first touch. Play James. Oh, unlucky, mate. McAtee with a little back heel there. Interesting to see if he went a bit higher there, McAtee, with that challenge. And I got the ball perfectly fine there, McAtee. It was a good challenge. Score prediction? I don't know, mate. It's a friendly. It could be like 0-0. It could be 5-4, 3-1. I think City will win comfortably in the end. Maybe like a 3-1 or something like that. Maybe a 3-0. It was only a month ago, Kevil, to be fair, pal. I need to close the window because it started raining. 1 second. There we go. Go on, James. Really nice footwork from Kovacic there. He's such a natural footballer. I really like, by the way, already we're seeing Akanji and Stones and everyone willing to step through midfield. I think that's going to be what something we'll see from this season. Players trying to step through midfield a little bit more. I think we're going to see more dribbling. I think we will do, weirdly. Which I can't wait for. I agree with TFM there. I think Kovacic is. I think he already looks like he fits Manchester City down to a T. He's just a City player, isn't he? Like he looks like he was made for this City side. Technical, smart, hard working. Great ball from Ortega to Grealish. Oh, unlucky, mate. Oh, he's got it. Nice ball. Oh, a bit too much on that from Stones. Nah, he's staying, Richard. Calvin Phillips is going nowhere. And I think Phillips wants to prove himself a little bit. He will as well, I reckon. I think Phillips is going to be much better. Deep Das, I can't help you, mate. Unless you've got a VPN, you can click the recast link on my description. That guy was fast there, man. He's like nearly outpaced Walker, whoever he was. That left winger there is just lightning. Kovacic out to McAtee in a good place here. Oh, lovely ball. Oh, nearly lovely ball from McAtee, Palmer to Alvarez. I don't think so, Christian. I think Guardiola wants Walker to stay. That's the thing. I know you're on about injuries, but I think they're not worried too much about it. I mean, that would be a crazy scenario. I actually think the small part of City wouldn't be bothered if he got injured and was out for a few months if he meant his transfer was off. Seriously. Because I think they want him to stay. Like Sane, I think they accept it at this point. I think Sane probably moaned a bit more than Walker, but Walker's still really respected. Yeah, I agree with Odin Hogs. I can't pronounce your name, mate. I'm so sorry. But he said like he looks like a City player, doesn't he, Kovacic? A great Gundogan replacement. He will be. Obviously, Gundogan, I think, a little bit better going forward. But they've got different attributes to the game, and I think we'll see more from Kovacic as he gets more and more confident from this City side. 13 minutes in. It's been good fun so far. Go on, James. I miss Sane too, mate. We all do. Well, not all of us. A lot of us. Oh, lucky Cole. Yeah, I did struggle to pronounce it. I'm so sorry, mate. Is it Odin? Odin Hogs? Hogs? Hags. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I'd love to be able to pronounce it. I mean, my surname is a bit of a mouthful as well, to be fair. Alvarez doing really well to win the ball back there. There'll be some changes, Christian. Yeah, I don't know about a whole 11, but there will be changes. Guardiola's not really a big 11 changer usually in friendlies, from what I remember. Got Stone who's just driving forward. I love watching McAtee and Palmer link up for the first team there. It's lovely. Now, Guardiola isn't confirmed as... he's just... I think someone jumped the gun on that. Still not done. I think it'll get done personally, but it looks like it's a little bit to do there. I do think Phillips is going to be much better. Go on, James. I got a feeling. I just don't know. I think we underestimate how much time helps you. Like the fact he went away for a summer just to relax a little bit. He'll come back feeling like he belongs. A lot less pressure on him. I don't know. I just think he'll naturally fit the City side a bit more. Alvarez a bit sloppy there. They're a decent team, this Yokohama. You can tell they play nice football. Did you see the size of the queues, by the way, for this game? Sold out, innit? People pretend that City aren't massive around the world these days. It's just crazy. They absolutely are, man. It's just grown and grown and grown. And the kit is lovely. It is, Alster. I think the away one's going to be really nice. I know it's been a bit divisive online, but I've got a feeling on the players it'll look gorgeous and be quite iconic. The away one with the collar. I'm not usually a collar person, but I've got a feeling the kit's going to look really nice on the players. The kind of one that we remember it forever, because it's a bit out there. I'm not big on the third one, actually, Alster, to be honest, mate. But I get why people would be, but I think maybe I'm being a bit too old for lightning bolts all over me. It's maybe be an age thing. But I can see the appeal for other people. No, the away kit isn't out yet, which is weird. That's why that's why it's confusing that they're pushing the third one first. It's strange. I can only presume they're doing that because they're going to use it in one of the games coming up. Doyle isn't. No, he's sorting that. There's some news going around today that he's sort of trying to sort out his next move, but Wolves were linked to him, but he wants to go somewhere he's definitely going to start, which I get that. I mean, he should back himself, but at the same time, Stones looks so senior. 30 next year, by the way, Stones. Which is wild. John Stones 30 next year. It is the first preseason match. I am a knackered man today. I would like it if you went back to Sheffield United. Oh, Calvin, mate. Sloppy. Shouldn't have Peroni have started? Well, shouldn't have Phillips started to get some game time? Shouldn't McAtee and shouldn't, Kovacic? There's so many players you could argue could start. I mean, he'll get on at some point today, I reckon. But I don't think there's any real kind of pressure for any of them to start. Oof. Alvarez winning the ball from the keeper then. Absolutely relentless, isn't he? He's mad, Alvarez, isn't he? What am I drinking? It's just cordial, mate. Nothing fancy, Richard. It's just squash. It's apple squash. You know what I mean? I wish I could say it was alcohol, but no, I'm too tired, and it's a Sunday morning for that, you know. Lilo is coming back, isn't it, Christian? I thought he was. Was he not confirmed? I don't know. Pep always has new assistants, doesn't he? I think a small part of that, though it's unintentional, I think it probably helps a little bit, keeps it fresh. You sure it's not a Asahi Super Dry? Well, it could be. I've got a can right here. And a bottle of Asahi Super Dry right here at the same time, It would be apt, wouldn't it? I might actually open it during this game, to be fair. Obviously, that small brand that no one's ever heard of. City helping out all these small brands, eh? To keep up with sponsors. Not sponsoring this video, but you know. Seven asking Arsenal for asking about City's preseason form. Sort of goes up and down. I mean, I think last year we won all our games. We were actually in decent form, didn't we? I think we drew one. I think I can't remember, but like under Pep, it tends to be pretty decent because they're just a good side, you know. And our players are pretty much always fit because they play so many games of football. They don't really get a chance to not be fit, if that makes sense. Like, they're just always playing in international competitions, and the most they ever have off is about a month. But you know, get up, mate. But I never read into friendlies too much. I think they're the sort of Stones. Look at Stones just dribbling through midfield. Stones again carrying the ball 40 yards. He's just decided to bully everyone, Stones, hasn't he? Go to Sunday meal, mate. We just eat anything that we've got in the fridge at the moment, pal, because we always have a tired little baby exhausting us. So we used to be a Sunday roast. You'd love a Sunday roast, but not these days. I don't want in ages. Takes too long. No chance. Nicola makes a cracking Sunday roast. I do miss Nicola's Sunday roast, actually. They were phenomenal, but there's no chance you're spending 2-3 hours to making one now. We just haven't got time. I haven't got time. It's very slow, this game so far. But it is the heat out there. Apparently, isn't it like close to 40 degrees out there or something? I don't know. Claire, I just went on. Are you signed up, Claire? Because I'm on Recast right now and it's working fine for me. Nothing in that on Stones, by the way. The guy's got out muscled. Look at Ortega playing so half forward. Says your browser won't support it. I'm not sure there. Try going to Chrome or Firefox or switch the browser. I'm not sure. You might need to update your browser. You got an old browser, Claire? Maybe just try. Oh, okay. That's weird. Is there any way to update your browser? I don't know. That's strange, that. I'll Google it for you. I have no idea, unfortunately, Claire. Or Kanji just stepped in there. I can't find anything, Claire, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I mean, all I can do is just double check that the browser's up to date. Past or present, Man City player you'd like to have a day with? I don't know, really. Go on, Cole. I feel like I could get on really well with KDB, weirdly. Nice football between McAtee and... Oh, Palmer, nearly. Palmer with a rocket of a shot. Nice little 1-2 with McAtee. Keeper saved well. He's absolutely drilled that. It's going in as well. Kovacic to Palmer. Palmer's done really well. Oh, unlucky. I'm not into boxing, Richard, so I won't be, mate, no. It's not really for me. I'm not a boxing guy. That guy's got pace, that winger. But then he hasn't got a pass. I agree with TFM. I think Stones and Kovacic are going to do a lot more of like dribbling. I think that's when we're going to see a lot more of this season. The players that are good at gliding through midfield, like Grealish, for example, Stones, Kovacic can do it. I think we'll see a lot more of that, where we'll break lines by driving forward. I used to watch a load more sports, Ben, but I just don't these days, simply because I haven't got time. I just don't have time. And to be honest, like if I've got free time now, I'd rather spend it with the wife and do something that we both watch together, like or just play a video game. I'm so knackered. Probably not Richard. No, he's the best dribbler in the world, Messi, isn't he? Oh, Guardiola at centre back. It'd be great. Oh, he'd be amazing, Alster. He's perfect for this City side. He'd do what Stones did. You'd have Stones do it on the right hand side, Guardiola do it on the left hand side. Oh, there's always gonna be someone. What was Alvarez doing then? Just trying to grab the ball out of his arms. Keeper, weird. Nice Kovacic. Oh, the chance for them. Good save from Ortega. They've scored. 1-0. Ortega save, but Lopez has scored for Yokohama. Lopez, good goal. Ball down the right hand channel after a little bit of sloppy play. Kanji thought he was offside. Got back, but then he got beat by Lopez. Ortega made a good save, but the ball fell back to Lopez. He's put it in the bottom corner. Couldn't block it. No, it's gone through past Stones and bottom corner. He's good, that Lopez fella, to be fair. He is. I thought he was offside too, but he wasn't. He's onside. Oh well, just a friendly, innit? So 1-0. There we go. A little on Manchester City. Are they checking? No, he's onside, is it? 1-0, not offside. Play to the whistle there, Kanji. Yeah, he's got a lot of skill. Lopez guy's fine, to be fair. He's got a lot of pace as well. Never heard of him, obviously. Nice ball from Cole to McAtee, but James's touch is letting down a little bit. He's not really got into the game so far, Cole McAtee, to be fair. Don't forget, this means everything is over and we're about to lose the league. Don't forget. Got to make sure we overreact to this. Oh, absolutely, Alistair. We have to. We have to ask. We have to sign anyone who scores against us. Oh, McAtee's hurt himself there. Get up, James, mate. Pep doesn't look impressed. Not concerned, obviously. Oh, yeah, it was quite a collision there on McAtee. You alright, James? Get up, mate. Walk it off. I think he's okay. He looks okay. I just noticed we've got 2 sleeve sponsors. Nissan and OKX. Just because it's a friendlier one. You know what I mean? Just a friendly, mate, with a bunch of random players that haven't played the game for ages. I hadn't noticed the Nissan sponsor on the right hand sleeve. Obviously, I haven't got it on mine because, you know. Is that going to be a permanent thing this season? 2 sleeve sponsors. Mark is thankfully we won't get flooded because we're on a hill, mate. So everything's gonna run down past us. But yeah, it's absolute torrential, isn't it? Oh, Calvin, mate. He's not had a good game so far, Phillips, to be fair. Ball, you've got to control the ball there, mate. I thought it was just OKX2, yeah. And no Vardy news, no. I'm sure that'll come. Not seen much of Jack today either, to be fair. There was a ball out to Palmer there. Calvin, take it, mate. And Nissan Japanese, yeah, no, that'll make sense. That'll make sense. Good ball. Go on, Cole. Go on, Cole. Oh, nice. Palmer did well there. Nice little run. Picked up Phillips. Decent effort into keeper's arms. Straight into keeper's arms. An average effort, but... CL7, yeah. Kovacic is a good fit. I think he's not done much. It's his first game and it's only a friendly. But you can already tell he's a Manchester City player. I mean, so far, it's very rusty, as you'd expect it to be. I'm not expecting anything from this game. I'm never concerned by a friendly. Yeah, I think the stream's region locked, unfortunately, for a lot of people. I don't know why, guys. I'm so sorry about that. It's not that I have to apologise. It's not my choice, but sorry for you, if that makes sense. Ah, nice football. Alvarez couldn't control it in the area. Nice little bit of football, though. You can watch this on Recast, by the way, if you're based in the UK. Click the link in the description. $17 goals for Alvarez last season, 23 starts only. I know he got a lot of substitute appearances, but still. It's not bad that, 23 starts. Nice ball. Stones is very central, an awful lot. Definitely carrying on from last season. Kovacic out to McAtee. Out to Palmer. Palmer's gone for it. He should have played in Walker there, maybe. But you sort of don't blame him pre-season. I'll ignore people pogo stick. I mean, anyone's asked about preseason friendly. Did Arsenal lose 2-0 to United last night? Friendlies don't count. You can lose all your games 5-0 and still win the league. You know, they just literally mean nothing. They don't matter. I'm never bothered about friendlies, genuinely. I just my rule in friendlies is the win-win. It doesn't matter if you play naff, but like because there's a billion reasons why you could play naff, but you've got to if anyone does play well, it's a positive basically. It's a bonus. Yokohama, they're the team 2-0 up. They are the Japanese champions, SMG Shadow, and they're beating City 2-0. Fair play. We're getting spanked. Is he offside? Let's have a look. Nah, he's on, miles on. Where is the left back? Where is the Kanji and everyone there? Shocking defending as you predict, as you'd expect. It's crap. It was just crap. There's no two ways about it. Uh, 2-0. I cannot wait for the breakdown. The defense was terrible. There was no shape whatsoever. Absolutely no shape, as you'd expect in a friendly like this. He was onside. Pep obviously is a perfectionist. He won't be happy even in a friendly. I think we should sell everyone and sack them all. Yeah, I actually agree. Go on, James. Nakati does look nervous though, I'll be honest. I love how anyone thinks, like, look at the fans over the team trying to troll. They're laughing there, like, mate, it's a friendly. We've just won the treble, pal. It's a friendly. I mean, it's a friendly full of... it's nowhere near our first team. Alvarez through the middle. Oh, good save. Nearly lifted over the keeper. What a turn. What a turn from that Lopez fella. That turn then, Jesus. Don't make me tap the sign, by the way. Just a preseason friendly. Go on, Cole. Nice touch, Jack. Go on, Cole. 1-on-1 here. He's full back. Boom! Lovely goal. 2-1. Lovely football. John Stones just putting in the top corner from 18 yards out. Really nice goal. Great football between Palmer to Walker. Walker cut it back to Alvarez, and Alvarez picked out John Stones. Stones. Great finish from Stones. 2-1. Really nice little back heel from Palmer to Walker. Are we still pep out? I don't know. You know what I mean? Lovely finish, by the way, from Stones. Really nice finish. Composed. Fireworks going off for that Stones goal. John Stones fireworks. I love that. It's like, is that peak preseason nonsense? A John Stones goal to 2-1 down, greeted by fireworks. A John Stones goal, man, for fireworks. Go on, Kovacic. Oh, nearly. McAtee. Crossed. Oh, off the crossbar. McAtee found Ake there. Lovely cross. Should have scored off the crossbar. It's good fun, isn't it? It's good fun. I'm enjoying the chill vibes too. 2-2. There we go, 2-2. Peak preseason nonsense, as always. Keeper just passed it straight to Calvin Phillips. It's gone to Alvarez. And Alvarez gets his typical tap-in. Phillips has won the ball from the keeper. And Alvarez, 2-2. There we go. There we go, 2-2. There we go. This is why you don't panic in preseason nonsense. It's good fun. This is good. Where the hate has gone exactly. Good pressing. Well done, Calvin. Indeed, you know. I don't look preseason always like preseason nonsense. Do not take preseason seriously. It's just nonsense, absolute nonsense. It's not serious. It's a stupid sport preseason. Good fun though. You know what I mean? You've got to just forget everything you know about football, man. Alvarez always gets the tapping done. He's always there. Oh, they nearly made it 3-2 all then. They are a very athletic side, aren't they? They really are. I think Pep's in now, right, still? Exactly, Daniel. We lost Liverpool in pre-season, Community Shield, lost to Bournemouth, Leeds, then won the treble. It's absolutely irrelevant. Even then, you just treat it as fun. I find friendlies fun. I really do. Exactly, Alistair. Fireworks for a friendly against Japanese champions in their own country, and we get the fireworks for a gold. At one point, to make us 2-1, by the way. That's a bad challenge from Grealish, by the way. Stones is so good in here, by the way. Stones has been immense. Stones to me looks like the best player on the pitch by some way. Free kick. And it's gone out for a corner. Yeah, cry, Lebo. Because, I mean, it's funny, innit? Because we're so in your head, Lebo, that you're on a Man City channel on your Sunday trying to wind up City fans, like, literally rent-free, as they would say. This is your life. Just trying to wind up City fans on a City fan stream. It's your Sunday, mate. Go outside, touch some grass. Have some fun. Thanks for the views, by the way, too. I did know we won the rest, Mark, mate. We did win the rest. Like, you are stadium. I'm not a stadium, mate. I know City do play... What? We pay for our stadium. And I am not a stadium. I don't own a stadium. Manchester is red. Have you ever been to Manchester? I mean that genuinely. I'm not one that cares about stuff, but I legitimately don't think you've ever been to Manchester. I honestly mean that. Anyway, it's half-time. Manchester City 2-2 with Yokohama. That was fun. That was a wild game of football. A lot to unpack there. You live in Salford, so yes, you've probably never been to Manchester. Salford ain't Manchester, mate. Once again, do you not have anything better to do? Anyway, 2-2 there at half-time. A wild game. A wild game of football. Alright, I'm just doing the whole tweet. It's always nonsense, isn't it? Like, it really is. It's always absolute nonsense pre-season. I like pre-season football, though. I really do. I mean, like, you could try and take some points from it, but ultimately, it's hard to judge a game when it's been that chaotic. Terrible defending. I think terrible defending is pretty much the staple of pre-season games where everyone hasn't really got... Am I from Manchester? Yeah, mate, I've lived in Manchester all my life, pal. But when you haven't really got, like, a lot of... Like, you're not sharp yet. You're not sharp, so you haven't got, like, that kind of rhythm and routine. But as it was, I sort of enjoyed it. I sort of enjoyed it anyway, you know? To me... the standout so far has been John Stones. I thought he was absolutely immense. John Stones just looked like a man playing amongst boys. Just strolling through that midfield. Dribbling time and time again. Like, I was talking about how crazy it was to watch John Stones just decide to add dribbling to his game in the Champions League final. Do you know how mental it is? By the way, DMC said, Steve, I saw your tweet about it's only pre-season. Does that go the other way around? It does. It actually does go the other way around, yeah, in terms of, like, with Stones. Because I did say, look, I said, here's the defence, by the way. Remember the preseason rule. It's win-win. If you lose, it doesn't matter because there are a billion reasons for a player or team to be out of form. But if someone plays well, it's a nice bonus and a decent sign that someone is back in good form. Treat them as fun, that's it. It does work both ways. It's okay to be crap in a preseason friendly because it doesn't matter. But if someone plays great, this is just a good sign. It's a good omen. But I suspect everyone else will catch up to that level. But it's always good to see a player play well because it's a nice sign. So it does work the other way, right, in my opinion. Like, a player playing well is a good sign. They come back great. But a player playing not too bad just doesn't matter because they will find that form. So, yeah, I think it works both ways. That's how I feel about it. But I think Stones has been excellent. Like, to add dribbling to his game, as I was saying, in a Champions League final is just ridiculous. Like, I think it's crazy to do that. But I was saying yesterday on City's pre-season show that I do feel like Stones, we haven't seen the best of him yet. I think he's actually going to get better. I think his confidence, the confidence John Stones will get, from doing what he did in the Champions League final, to being that good, to getting in the Champions League Team of the Year as a midfielder listed there. He's going to improve so much. There's nothing that scares John Stones anymore now. I think he's going to establish himself as one of the best players in world football. I really believe that, man. And the quality of that goal, by the way, to put it in from there into the far corner, 18 yards out, is just ridiculous. And Stones for me is just a wonderful talent, an absolute wonderful talent. And I do believe he's going to get even better. Dribbling today, past people constantly. Fantastic. After him as well, by the way, I actually think Cole Palmer's probably been City's best other player. He's had a really nice shot. He's had a couple of nice completed dribbles, caused a bit of trouble. Yeah, really nice. I think Palmer's been good. Palmer, to me, he's at his very best when he's on the right wing, because as a right winger, you want your player to try and dribble past people, and occasionally he'll make the wrong call, but wingers are allowed to make mistakes if they're being progressive, and I think Palmer has gone at people. He's gone at people and he's tried to make things happen. He's been good, Elsewhere, I think Kovacic just sort of settled into the City side, and by all accounts looks like a Manchester City player, Kovacic. He just suits it. He just gets it as a City player. He's smart technically. He's progressive. He's aggressive. You can tell Kovacic is really going to eventually in time be a great Manchester City player. McAtee, he hasn't got massively involved, but he had a couple of nice moments. Fingers crossed he can get more involved in the second half, but you can tell he looks like he's trying to find his role in this team a little bit. Phillips, a mixed bag. Some nice moments, and of course his pressing led to the second goal. Jekyll and Hyde, I think, is probably fair, Tevo. A couple of times where the ball's run on his foot, he's been a little bit sloppy. A couple of times where he's played some nice passes, has been aggressive in the challenge as well. But then a few people as well have been a little bit sloppy, like Akanji has as well, Grealish hasn't really been at his best, and Alvarez has scored his goal, but he's given the ball away a few times too. It is pre-season once again. It is the first game for over a month for a lot of these players, so we have to be honest there and be fair to them. I'm always being honest. For Svindle, I'm always honest, I don't think some players have played great. I think some players have done all right. I don't think McAtee's had a great game, Brillo, so far, and I love McAtee. So this is why I'm being honest there. I could pretend McAtee's been excellent, but I think he's been okay. He's been relatively mid. Defensively, I think we've been all over the show other than John Stones. I think Ake, Walker, Kanji, the back line's been terrible. But that's going to happen. It's going to happen. Ortega has had a couple of nice passes, a couple of nice saves, but that Lopez has caused us loads of trouble. He's been actually excellent. What a player he is, by the way. They're a good team. They're a good team. They've got an awful lot of pace and skill, and they've got confident players. You can see why they're the Japanese champions. It is what it is, though. No spamming, by the way. If you carry on spamming, mate, I will block you, but no spamming. Really want to see Bob. I want to see Bob as well, mate. What will happen to Peroni? I don't know, mate. I'd love to see him get on the pitch today. I think he will do as well. I do expect we'll see some changes in the second half. I think we'll see some changes. I think we'll see... I'm looking at the bench there. I think Edison will come on. Diaz. Don't know about Cancelo. Probably will do. Haaland, maybe. Rodri, yeah. I don't think De Bruyne will come on, personally. I don't think he's fully there. Bernardo will. Gomez, maybe. Foden. I don't know if all of them will come on, because you've got a lot of players there. You could just change the whole 11, I agree. If we change the whole 11, how would it look? Shall I try and work it out now? If we change the whole 11, it'd be something like this, wouldn't it? Let's have a work out. Let's go and work out what it could be. I'll do a lineup builder thing where we'll get the whole 11 sorted. How would it be? Let's have a look. It would... Oh, why is it not the colour thing as usual? Not letting me change the colours of the teams. Shocking. It normally lets you change the team colours, but it's not letting me do it, which is very annoying. Anyway, we'll have to just do it in red. I'm so sorry, everyone. Well, the lineup would be something like this. Yeah, I'm sorry that it's red. It's shocking. But if we change the whole 11, it'd be this, wouldn't it? Haaland would be through the middle, of course. Who else is on the bench? It would be... We'd see Foden come on somewhere, probably out on the right. I think Gomez would come on as a winger. He played left wing, didn't he? Foden would come over here. I think Gomez would come on as a winger. We would see Eddie. It would be Diaz. Let me be Laporte. Diaz. That would be probably Lewis. Cancelo over here, I reckon. We'd see Rodri come on. Rodri would be holding. I don't think he's going to come on. I think Bob, actually, no, that would be Foden there, I reckon. I think it'd be this. We'd see this, something like that. And this would be Bob. I think we'd see this kind of lineup. We would change a whole 11. Which is interesting for what it's worth. I can't change the colour. It's not letting me do it. Like, normally, I'll show you. If I scroll down here, like, it's normally, there's an option to edit it or change the system and stuff, but it's just not there. I don't know why it's not doing it. I'm so sorry. They must have got rid of it for some reason, but I think it'd be something like that. Oscar Bob's great, Scob. He's brilliant. Isn't it on the left? No, it's nobody at the bottom. It's just, there's nothing on the left there to me, mate. But either way, you can sub to me. Go for it, Cohen, if you want to. It'd be something like that. I don't get the hate of the Palmer either, Brian. I don't get it either, mate. Cole Palmer's a cracking player. I thought he was really involved, and I thought he was obviously really well involved in the Stones goal. I think his dribbling's excellent on the touchline. He's such a good natural winger. Look, I think you need players who can beat people. You just do. Like, people like that make things happen, and Cole Palmer is such a natural dribbler. He's a right winger. So trust him. He's got a lot of talent, Cole Palmer, an awful lot of talent. I think we've seen that today. It's been all right, man. It's been all right, but it's just friendlies, isn't it? Friendlies. Do not take them seriously. But I enjoy it. I still enjoy it. Players aren't allowed to go past each other. To be fair, you say that DMC, but I would say we've seen a lot of dribbling today, actually. We've seen a lot of dribbling, actually. We've seen Kovacic dribble a little bit. We've seen Stones do it quite a bit. I've seen Kanji step into midfield once. Palmer's doing it. I think this is actually going to be the season of breaking the lines by dribbling. I think we're going to see that a lot. I really do believe that. I think we're going to see Kovacic and I think we're going to see a few players get on the pitch. I hope Bob gets some, by the way. Bob's a cracking player. He really is. Cole and Phil, yeah. I like Phil Foden will dribble a little bit. I don't think De Bruyne is going to get on today. I just don't think he's probably fit enough, you know. Guys, please do hit the like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I enjoyed that game of football. Who stood out for you guys? Let me know. I do believe Stones has gone up another level. Stones has gone up another level. He honestly is. This is why I want Guardiola, by the way, because I want to see what Guardiola could do with a young John Stones. It's a very similar kind of player. Guardiola's similar to what Stones is now in terms of his dribbling, and he's only 21 years old. You know what I mean? He's 8 years younger than Stones. I want him in. Him on the other side would be fantastic. It's interesting you say that, Brillo, because I think Palmer's been much better than McAtee, and I'm a massive James McAtee fan. I promise you I am. I think Palmer looks way more at home in this City side right now than McAtee does. I think he looks like a guy who's been around the first team a lot more. He's created big chances, he's been involved, he's beat his man. I think I'd say it's interesting, isn't it? I think he's been good, Palmer. He looks way more at home to me. Way more at home on the right. He's a natural threat. He's a natural threat. And to me, I want to see him get game time there, you know? Phillips has been weird. He has let the ball run away from him a few times. I can't pretend it. I can't pretend he's played well, Phillips. He's been pretty mid, if I'm being honest. A couple of times he's McAtee had a nice cross, to be fair, to Ake. I forgot about that. He did set up. He had a nice little 1-2 with Cole Palmer as well at some point. But Phillips, a couple of times where the ball's just ran under his foot. It's weird because Phillips is so much... that is not the player we signed from Leeds. I don't know what it is. It's just not there right now, and he just needs to be a little bit better. Let's see, though. Let's see, because it is only pre-season. But then, as Jack said, even Kovacic has misplaced the ball quite a few times. I thought even Jack Grealish did as well, actually, which is not very Jack Grealish thing to do. So, like, people do that, basically. It happens, doesn't it? You know, it does happen. I missed a super chat early, ironically, by the way, from Mark saying Pep out, which was ironic at the time when it was 2-0. Mark, love you, pal. Sorry for missing that super chat, mate. I really want to see Oscar Bob too. Rico Lewis would be nice, man. Rico Lewis would be lovely. Is he good, Oscar Bob? Oscar Bob's excellent scope. I know he sounds crazy, but he's sort of a David Silva, Leroy Sané hybrid. I know it sounds obviously not that level, but he removes like David Silva, but darts past people a little bit like Leroy Sané does with a good not quite as fast as Sané, but he's definitely fast and really smart player, really fantastic footballer. I would love to see Oscar Bob get on. He played at the under-21s for Norway and he was so good, man. He was so good. He was tearing France apart. And France have got some fantastic footballers like Barcola and Shirky. Cancelo coming on, by the way. Rodri coming on too. I hope he stays too, brother. Gomez coming on too. So it looks like Cancelo, Gomez, and Rodri. I wonder if who's coming off. It was Cancelo to right back, maybe. Gomez going on the left wing. Cancelo in from the cold, by the way. Why have I got a feeling he's going to stay? Cancelo. Rico Lewis coming on. Bernardo coming on. Haaland. Bob. Oh, it's a whole new team. It's a whole new team. That's interesting, isn't it? Right, I might have to edit the bottom thing. Is it what I said here, apart from Ortega? Is it basically that? It's basically, it looks like it might be basically this, might it? I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm well excited for Bob. I mean, if that is the team I've gone for, no KDB, as I called it, you know. He's gone for the exact team that I said he would. So it looks like, yes, exactly as I said. Gomez has gone to, but it's Cancelo on the right, actually. Lewis on the left. He's made the exact changes I called. Oh no, Peroni. Okay, Bernardo instead. Fair enough. Bernardo instead. I missed Bernardo, to be fair. I missed him. Instead of Peroni. There we go, underway. That'll be fun. So Foden through the middle. Oh man, I'm so here for a midfield of Ball, Bernardo, Foden, and Rodri. Gomez on left wing. Oscar Bob right wing. That's fun, that team, man. That's fun. KDB, I think KDB's just recovering his fitness still. He's been doing bicycle work apparently, so he's not fully back. But he's getting better. Ball, Bernardo, and Foden as a midfield ahead of Rodri. I don't like it. Joao on the right. My dream of McAteague scoring didn't create a goal. Sadly, didn't happen. Go on, Bob. Oscar Bobby on the right. His first touch. Go on. Bold Nardo. Into it, I like it. Rico's going central again. Let's see how this team gets on. I think this team might be a bit better, to be honest. Sergio Gomez on the left I like, actually. He's way much better as a left winger. Nice football between Gomez and Foden, too. That Kudos fella looks good, doesn't he, mate? It's look, go on, Erling. Oscar played to Haaland there. I don't know loads about Kudos, but I mean, if he came in, I'd trust him. I only watched a bit of him, and but looks good. Let the timer go. Oh, Oh, sorry, I stopped the timer. Sorry, timer. Where are we at? There we go. Back on time. Cheers for the. Who gave me the heads up then? Godarski, thank you very much. I like this lineup. It's fun. If it's just Rodri makes a difference, doesn't he? Really. I like to think he was a tribute to David Silva too. Actually, to be honest, I think he's just losing his hair a bit like David Silva was. I think you'll have a transplant. I reckon. I think to be honest, also he got married and thought, you know what, sod it. I'm gonna I feel like I should update the lineup for the bottom, shouldn't I? You know, it's a bit of a pain, but I feel like I should do it. Who's the new captain, by the way? Diaz. Who's got the armband? Cancelo. Oh, nearly. Diaz, Laporte, Lewis, Rodri, Foden, Bernard. I'm updating the team. Gomez, Haaland, Bob. There we go. I'll leave the bench of the ones that are unused. I'll put unused subs. Bernardo. Oh, lovely. Oh, really nice ball, that. Bernardo Silva at the byline there. What does that remind you of? He looks way better on the left, doesn't he? Looks way more at home. Diaz captain. I think there's just 3 unused subs, isn't there? Gomez is so much more confident out there. Go on, Phil. Go on, Gomez. He's got a hell of a... He's got a cross, hasn't he, Gomez, to be fair to him. Yeah, the commentators are chatting right now about Gomez and about obviously his confidence that you get from the under 21s, and you can't ignore that. To be fair, like it has been like a massive change for him, you know. Right, I've tried to update the lineup, and I've just deleted it by accident. I'm going to update that lineup because at the bottom because it is confusing. Hopefully, you should be able to see it now. I think. There we go. Right, that should be better now. Oh, nearly. Diaz captain. It's lovely, isn't it? Oscar Bob done nicely there. Oscar Bob with a cross again. He's good, isn't he? Boom! It took him like 5 minutes. There we go, Erling Haaland. Haaland. He's got his goal. Of course he's got his goal. Doesn't take long, does it, of Erling Haaland? There we go, 3-2. God, it took him how long? 6 minutes. Phil to Haaland. Haaland scores. That's Haaland for you, innit? Of course he fucking scored. Lovely finish. Absolutely lovely finish. I needed that goal. I wanted to see it for what it's worth, you know? I wanted it a goal because obviously he had a slow start end to last season. Water is wet. 52 goals last season. He's underway already. Sorry, I've been doing editing, so I've been a bit distracted. But this is the thing when you haven't got an editor. This is a much more aggressive Man City side, isn't it? Right, I've updated the team there at the bottom now. Everyone can see the team. And it's got unused subs on there as well, so it's a little bit more accurate for you all. Right, I hope you appreciate the editing there. I probably shouldn't have even bothered, you know, it's just a friendly, but I did it anyway. Oh, here we go. Oh, you should have passed it, Phil. But it is a friendly, so who cares? Yeah, Gomez looks so at home, doesn't he? Oh, nearly through. Nearly through for Haaland. Go on, Oscar. Was that not a foul on Oscar Bob? Scope. The font on the back of the jersey just for this tour. The Premier League wouldn't let you have that. City have been so aggressive here, by the way. Rodri went for it. Yeah, Gomez was excellent when he for Spain. Got to the finals, top goal scorer for them. I think he's a very good footballer, Gomez. City don't sign bad players. I don't think he's a left back. As simple as that. But he's a good footballer. I'm always comfortable with good footballers being around the squad. As long as you don't have to lead them in the wrong position, give him a chance, you know. He's a good player. He's a smart footballer. And I think it's as simple as this. You can't be Spain under 21's best player and not have some talent. You know, and he was, you know, he was the best player for Spain under 21s as he reached the final of the Euro under 21s. You know, like he's obviously got talent. He obviously has talent. Just got to use him correctly and give him time to grow. It's going well. Phillips is off now, Mr. D. The whole lineup changed. It's weird seeing Cancelo back in the City shirt, by the way. You might be right about Oscar Bob Brillo. He's a very pet player. He's smart. He's technical. He's creative. He uses the ball well. He's got good pace. He can dribble. He's an archetypal pet winger. Go on, Rico. You can really tell, by the way, that, like, this is a midfield that it's a Manchester City midfield, you know. Like, Phillips wasn't at his best last season. McAtee only a young lad still, and Kovacic new. But when you go to that, to Rodri, Foden, Bernardo, it's just such a high quality, already a settled Manchester City midfield. It's just way better. Where's the trolls gone, by the way, you know? Play Bernardo. Bernardo, sorry. Zero chance of that, brother. Well, Mbappe probably would moan no one passed to him. Like, the thing is, Mbappe doesn't actually, as a quality, of course he fits Manchester City, but as a person, he actually doesn't fit Man City. He'd have to change a lot. Nice from Haaland. Really nice from Haaland to pick up Gomez. Bit you shouldn't have gone to him there, Sergio. I'm lucky. Thing is, Mbappe's brilliant, but he isn't the right personality. If Pep wanted him and he came in, I'd trust it. Obviously, he's Mbappe. And I'd be buzzing if he signed him because he's Mbappe. But at the same time, I understand he's not a great person, Mbappe. He sulks at his teammates. He doesn't work hard. He's just, I don't know. We've got this team that's just won the treble because it's based around cohesion and unity. I don't know. Maybe Pep could get a tune out of him. I don't know. But it's just... Not every great player works for every team. That's the thing. Maybe he would be humble at City because maybe City would humble him. Maybe he's too big for his boots at PSG. But as it is, like, people can pretend like... Nah, Haaland didn't. Haaland didn't brilliant to that extent. Haaland was really popular. Like, I know that's not true. I know Haaland occasionally did, sulking on the pitch is fine, but like there's a difference between real moaning and sulking. You know, like Mbappe would walk around the pitch not working. Different to that. Haaland demands excellence in the way that De Bruyne does that way. I don't think you have to make exceptions. I just don't think that's true. You just don't have to. You don't have to compromise the ethos of the team. Either way, it's not going to happen. So I think it's irrelevant. And I actually think Stelios is onto something there. I think he's too insecure to play alongside Haaland. I actually agree. I don't think he wants to. I think he wants it all to be about him. And the thing is, we can act like PSG are bigger than Man City. They are not. Like, City are treble winners in the Premier League. PSG are not as big a deal as Manchester City. Bigger brand, maybe, but they're not as big a... Like, the expectations on PSG are worlds apart. They're a weird club, PSG. Really weird club because, like, there's such a big fish in their pond. But they're like sort of Harlem Globetrotters, aren't they, PSG? Like, they're almost like, it's hard to take them seriously. Go on, Phil. Or tried to pick up Bob with a nice attempted pass, but should have kept going, to be honest. Yeah, Daniel put it. City don't compromise. Like, you have to fit into the team. That's why Cancelo happened. And like, think of what Cancelo was like. And I think the Mbappe situation is a billion times more explosive and more high profile if it goes wrong. Like, it's an absolute. It's a circus, isn't it? It's a circus. At the same time, if City decided to sign him, I would just trust. I'd be buzzing because they would have decided that he'd work and then he'd be fine, you know? Sort of win-win. If he comes in, City have decided it works, great. If he doesn't come in, it's because City decided it doesn't, and it's fine. Go on, Phil. You can watch it on Recast, Edgerton, Liam. Cut the link in the description below, mate. Played Rico. Left back Rico there. Still tiny, isn't he, Rico? I don't think he's going to get that growth spurt that you would have definitely wouldn't affect it, would have helped him. Bit sloppy there from Diaz. Gave the ball away when he was meant to go to Rico. Long range shot, way over the bar. No Edison so far, which is interesting. I thought you might get. I think you might just play Ortega for this one. You might be like, just give Eddie the break. Eddie will play the whole next game. There's pretty much no reason not to be fair, is there? Really nice football there. Ortega, Haaland, Rodri, Lewis. Really nice football. Gomez has done nicely, drifting inside. Oh, Oscar, unlucky, mate. Really nice football. Lovely football. Gomez fed it to Bernardo. Just offside, Oscar, but it was nice football. Oh, he's onside, I reckon. Unlucky, Oscar. Third was Haaland, Brendan. Football was really nice there, by the way. The link up between Lewis, Haaland, and Rodri. Look at the pace of Haaland getting forward there. Probably should have played him in, though, actually. It was lightning quick, wasn't it? That pace. Oh, Joao just wide. That's the corner. I think that went straight wide, I reckon. Got corner out of it, though. Do we see a world where Cancelo and Laporte stay and Vardy comes in and Walker goes? I think one of them will go out on loan, mate, to be honest. I think before we... Yeah, I think one of Cancelo and Laporte will go on loan. Maybe one of them stays. Laporte's a cool guy. Yeah, I don't mind players who show frustration, by the way, ever. It's just how you do it. Like, there's a context to it. It's like... It's like... Demanding perfection is fine. But it's how you do it. As long as you're a good... Like, I guess the difference is some people don't leave it on the pitch, do they? Like, they don't. Like, Haaland, we know, is super likeable. Like, the thing is for me is like... Bernard, like Haaland, we know he's like he wants to win and he will get annoyed if the pass doesn't come to him. But you know he's going to be the nicest guy in the world off the pitch to everyone. Like some players aren't like that. They take everything personally. Everything becomes a drama and everything becomes political. It's stupid. I do like Central Foden though, by the way. Go on, Sergio. Picks out Gomez. Bob, sorry. Go on, Oscar. He looks a little bit like you can tell like he's not dribbling at people as he way. You always see with some young players where they don't want to fully go for it in the way they would for the EDS side because they're a little bit apprehensive, you know. do we force Jack into a midfielder? Or we force him into it. Well, if Pep wants to play him there, he will, Dave, but I don't think Pep's going to. I know you want a goal-scoring winger, Victor. I remember your two messages from earlier, but I think Pep values what Grealish brings, and he does bring an awful lot. He creates a lot more chances than we realise. He helps us become the team that we are. It works. I think a lot of our problems that we have sometimes is that we don't look at... Go on, Oscar. Nearly through. I think we think we're so used to having traditional wide fullbacks, or we're so used to having like we want wingers that beat everyone and score loads of goals, but like Guardiola doesn't always want what people traditionally want from players, you know? Like, he doesn't, and you have to respect that. Like, it was ball playing goalkeepers, it's centre backs that can break the line with passes now, and it's playing centre backs as full backs and wingers who retain possession and create from out wide instead of beating people and scoring goals. It's just different. But it's our own insecurities, and ultimately Guardiola's right because it works. It works, and we see it work, and Grealish is a big part of that, you know? It was. And I think we underestimate just how much all these pieces of the puzzle are important. Like, it's easy to go, we just sign someone who scores more goals and gets more goals out wide would be better than Grealish. But it's not as simple as that, because Grealish brings an awful lot to this Manchester City side. And it isn't just work rate. It's the key to the system as well, in terms of like how we move the ball at the pitch, how we progress it, how he's great at retaining possession for City, how he links up really nicely with the midfielders, how he's got the intelligence to be where he needs to be. And he does create chances as well, for what it's worth. But all these things are really important, because you take those cogs out of it and you get another explosive winger, and we just don't keep the ball as well. We don't move the ball at the pitch as well. And all these things do matter. And I'm sure Grealish will get better at doing those things, but what is the end goal? To win a treble, Victor. Like, that is the end goal. And like, I didn't think the football was boring, mate. That's a you issue. I thought City's football was great, and we won the treble. Like, I don't see how anyone could watch us against Arsenal, battering them 4-1, or battering United, or destroying Real Madrid in that first half, and say the football's boring. I just don't get how you can say that, mate. You want something different, but that's a you problem, mate. It's not an actual factual problem. Like, the football was not boring. Like, at times it isn't always perfect, but it's hard to play for Manchester City. Look, we had boring football sometimes when we had dribbling wingers out wide too. Logan, I've not been to many EDS games over the past year, but it's because, once again, the son was born, so I've not had time to. But I'm hoping to get to more this year, because the little one's a bit older now, you know, and I can get back to more games. Yeah, I'm hoping to go more games this season, mate. But I just don't have time with the newborn and so on. Yeah, last season was a bit of write-off for academy games for me. And before that as well, even season before that, I moved home, got married, wife got pregnant, so I didn't get to give many EDS games for a couple of years now, but I'm hoping this season. Haaland's done well there. Bob linking up nicely. That's another way of looking at it as well. K West said, like, Haaland isn't great with the ball at his feet, so Grealish alleviates a lot of that pressure as well. It does. Ultimately, we've won the treble. Like, it worked. The players on the pitch were enough to win as a treble. I can't really ask much more than that, you know. Haaland's getting better with the ball at his feet, by the way. He is getting better. He's only young still, we forget that. 23 years old. Rodri, man. Rodri is on fire. Your defence is terrified. Stupid. Rodri puts it into the bottom corner from 25 yards in the most impish and nonchalant of ways. Picks up the ball from Laporte, turns, and just passes it into the bottom corner from 25 yards. Absolutely easy. That's Rodri for you, though, isn't it? Curls it around the defenders. What a player, man. Best of what he does in the world. Easy, hands down. Rodri, I love you, pal. Future Man City captain there. 4-2. So all that panicking for nothing. And I did tell you in the first half it could be 5-4 or 4-3 or whatever. Or 0-0. Like, this is friendlies for you, man. It's just, friendlies are basically bad defending, aren't they? It's what he does. They're making loads of changes now, actually, which might make it even more open. Laporte scored, not Rodri. No, it was Rodri, mate. What are you on about? It was absolutely Rodri, pal. I'm not sure what you're on about there, Pogo Stick. Knackered. No idea about the captain situation yet. I think they have probably voted. We'll see. Good defending, Rico. Mingy, I think Tommy's just going alone or moving somewhere, mate, to be honest. I think he's been left back at home to sort out his future. Also, I think the squad's just quite big for once because we haven't got any players away in international duty. They're all available. But usually we've got like 10 players missing because of tournaments. I actually saw Arsenal fans moaning about Rice last night, brother, saying he couldn't receive the ball very well. That'd be funny. Bob, I don't know, Joel. I'm hoping he stays around the first team and gets those academy minutes off the bench, you know. Because I like Oscar Bob. There's some rumours that he's going to get a chance this season, you know, like the way that people like Lewis and Palmer have done. He has the ability, anyway. Played Rico. Gonna be interesting to see how Rice gets on. Honestly, Rice, I think he's a quality player, but like, I don't think there's any guarantee, you know, any guarantee. Life's gonna be perfect for him over at Arsenal. Peronion. Peronion for Bernardo. Nice signs. Of like a nice little bit of friendliness between Guardiola and Bernardo there. Peroni, yeah, he's meant to be a really nice footballer. Like they really like him apparently, don't they? Really smart footballer. Maximo Peroni. Your dad ordering a drink on holiday. Rico always is Kaiser, isn't he? He's a little warrior, Rico. Bit sloppy there, Laporte. I think Bernardo stays too. I just do. I think it's, I don't know. To me, if I was him, I'd just stay run out my contract, you know what I mean? And then go back home. He's got 2 years left. One more season. Do his final year. He'll have his little kid there by then. Then he can leave and go back home to Benfica or whatever. You know what I mean? Haaland, all over Haaland there. Yeah, it doesn't mean if he wants to go home, bro. At this point, just stay and finish your high level career at City, then just go and relax. You know what I mean? That's what I'd do if I was him. Take the Take the extra money, maybe. 18, Rico Lewis, don't forget. Only 18 still. Kid's a baby. You know, he's just so young. Really nice ball from Lewis to Bob. Go on, Sergio. Yeah, I love Rico too. He's great, isn't he? He just football looks easy for Rico. Oh, Peroni let himself down with his touch there. You players, and I mean this in the greatest respect, a lot of them have been good today, but you players often remind me just how good the first team players are, because you can be the best at your level as a youth team player, but still your touch is a little bit like, you watch people like Rodri, and they just don't really take bad touches. They just don't, because they're at the peak of what they do, and you players occasionally, they lack concentration occasionally, and you see them just be a little bit sloppy every now and then, and it's part of that, it's totally natural, but it just shows you how high the level is. It shows you why someone like Rico Lewis, by the way, is a bit special when they come in and like they just don't make bad touches. Like they just that's very rare. It's super rare. But that was a reaction to Peroni, just a slight poor touch, and he's a fantastic young player. But you just see how young they are, you know. Where people at the very apex of the game, I'm talking like the Rodri types, the best in the world at what they do. They just don't make bad touches. They just don't. 1 every 10 games. It's crazy. The levels are just ridiculous. Play Bob. Done really well there, Oscar. Ah, unlucky. Cancelo indeed. Cancelo is working hard. Cancelo does love football. I can't deny that. Like Cancelo's obsessed with football, which is where a lot of it comes from. A lot of his frustration comes from, but he has to handle things better, you know? He's a brilliant footballer, but it's just one of those things where he just needs to fucking chill out. Just simple as that, mate. Just chill out, pal. Work really hard. Respect your teammates. He was terrible at the World Cup, moaning to his colleagues, and I know he was moaning a lot of City as well, and moaning about those ahead of him, moaning about Rico Lewis, moaning about Ake. Just grow up, man. You're late 20s. You're so lucky at what you do. Just work hard and be better. It's just tiring. Stop it. Grow up. Just grow up. You're such a blessed person. You know what I mean? So talented and so successful. Just work hard. Ten minutes left. Yeah. The hashtag mummy bless me. He lost his mum. I'm not going to mock him for that. It's just a little bit. I don't know. I don't think he's always emotionally secure as he Cancelo. Bless him. Quality football though, and I wish him well. Nice ball from Rodri to Sergio. Lovely touch from Sergio. Back to Rico. Nice little free ball to Foden as well from Rico. Oh, nice from Peroni. Oh, you should have shot there, Peroni, actually, mate. Nice little 1-2 for Peroni and Foden. Well, I see him shoot there at that point. Tried to click back to Bob, but maybe he should have shot, you know? Play Cancelo. Why do I feel like it's like 4 in the morning? Like I feel at that level of tired. I think preseason friendlies are just instinctively tiring, aren't they? It's 11:44. I know it's like a. Well, it's not 11:44. It's 12:44. I shouldn't be tired at all. It is lack of sleep, to be fair, in my defence. But 5:30, Beppy. I remember that most days here. 11:45 in New Zealand. It's not too bad. Could be worse. I've enjoyed the second half though. City been nice. Lovely ball to Peroni. What was that, mate? Poor from Peroni. Oh, it's way better than the 3 a.m. starts, definitely. I don't know if I'd even be able to do him this year with the little baby. I'd wake him up, but I'm not sure I could do. I'd just be too loud, so I'd be watching him whispering, I reckon. Oh. Yeah, I can't be arsed changing it, Mac. I'll be honest, mate. I know Peroni's still in the new substrings. I just couldn't be bothered. Goal scorers are... I've forgotten. Goal scorers: Stones, Alvarez, Haaland and Rodri. I have no idea what those timeless Club World Cup are going to be. I will cover them, of course, because they're a bit more important than a friendly. I can't wait for them, actually, weirdly. Like, I know they're in Saudi Arabia. What time is the Saudi Arabia? What time is it over there? Like, I don't know the time difference for the UK. Oh, there we go. 4-3. Lewis and Ortega mix up there. Ortega, Lewis mix up. 4-3. He's onside as well, yeah. Oh, what have they done, lads? Yeah, Lewis has just sort of fed it straight to... Nice assist there from Lewis. It happens. That's the rustiness, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not sure Ortega needs to come out either, but it is what it is. It's what friendlies are for, yeah, exactly. I agree, Cooper Tim. So you got to kind of sort of... You got to sort of like smooth out these cracks, haven't you? Like these mistakes. Yeah, it happens, you know. It's been a really good game, actually. Yeah, it's been entertaining. There's been loads going on. Both teams have had to work really hard. Kovacic, you did all right, Kovacic, Frank. I will be doing a match reaction, by the way, at full time. I will go live and talk a little bit more about the game and how everyone got on. And it is about 40 degrees there, by the way, so those players will be absolutely knackered. They'll be melting. I feel like I might have even said in that first half it might be about 4-3 or something like that. Did I say that? Like, I might have genuinely said that. It's so hard to predict. I would rather a pre-season game be like this, to be honest. I'd rather a little bit of chaos. It's just fun. Like, I like a bit of chaos ball. Like the Yokohama are a good time, by the way. A really good time, good team, and a fun time. A good team and a fun time. They play nice football. They are the champions of their league. They play nice technical football. They're part of the City Football Group, of course, as well. They're energetic. They work really hard. They know what to do. It's nice, man. It's good fun to watch. Nearly a penalty for them as well. Yeah, imagine that, yeah. Walker switches over for Bayern. It's going to be weird, isn't it? Walker playing Bayern. I hope he has a stinker. An absolute stinker. Cancelo, mate. What was that? Yeah, that Andres Lopez guy is good. Like, who is he? Does anyone know anything about him? They should have scored. Should be 4-0, but Diaz has just got back. Well, Laporte's just got back. Yeah, he's miles offside. Absolutely miles offside. Laporte did well there, but he's miles offside. That's the thing, isn't it? About like, that's the thing. Like when situations like that where he's miles offside, but they don't call it. Like Laporte could have got injured during that chasing back. You know what I mean? I wish the Nissan was our sleeve sponsor, by the way. It sort of looks like the Starfield logo. Has anyone else noticed that? It's way nicer than the OKX logo. It's quite nice, a little circle thing. Kingsley Coman's a good player. I'll take him. Matoma or Asensio? Either of them. I'd love Matoma at City. But he's more of a left winger though, isn't he? So. Nice from Phil. Really nice football. Go on, Oscar. Oh, unlucky. Nearly to Sergio. I'm contractually obliged to disagree, brother. Oh, Nico, just fuck off, mate. You're such a whiner. So annoying. Just stop. But everything's so miserable with some people. It just drives me mad. Give someone a chance. I get so tired of people just like to moan. Just like to moan. Give them a chance, you know what I mean? He's played 45 minutes. It's like just tantrums constantly. It's unattractive, by the way. Let you know that. In the real world. No one likes people who just moan all the time. There we go. 5-3. Cancelo's got his tap in. A lovely, lovely cross from Joao Cancelo. Haaland's always there, of course. Ball from Foden out to Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob just plays a simple square pass to Cancelo. who just De Bruyne is into the back post, basically. Lovely stuff from Cancelo. A lovely cross. That's what you can do, Cancelo. And Haaland, of course, is never going to miss that in a million years. Haaland with 2 goals, of course. Haaland scored 2 goals. It's beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Been a fun game, this, by the way. Been a fun game. Uh, 5-3. Pretty much what you'd expect from a friendly game in insane heat. Basically, what happens in friendlies, no one can defend. It's defensive sharpness that comes at the end, isn't it? It's just all vibes in friendlies, isn't it? And usually the team with better attackers scores more. Thank you, Josh. Very nice of you. I think that's Nicholas' burner account. I've never heard of him, Josh. I've never heard of an under 14 player. So nice ball. Go on, Sergio. Go on, Maximo. Go on, Oscar. I don't really care what people say online, Nico. Most people online just go online to moan. It's just true. Like, you go on most websites and most things are just moaning. People like to moan because it makes them feel better. In the actual real world, every City fan I meet is pretty much pretty relaxed because we won the treble. And to be fair, most people I follow aren't moaning. It's only kids in comments. The tweets, most people who moan are just moaning for the sake of it. So I don't really care what they think, if I'm being honest, pal. So I'll always judge the window at the end. I'll judge the window at the end of the window when it should be judged. Right, there we go. Anyway, we've just won 5-3 in a fun game of football. City beat Yokohama. MARINOS, crazy game. Haaland got his brace. Rodri scored. Stones scored. Alvarez scored. Of course, Alvarez scored, by the way. Look at that. Look, it's like a Pep clone as well, that guy there, manager. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Genuinely wonderful stuff. Just fun. Absolutely fun. Obviously, it wasn't a classic. It never is. These games aren't meant to be anything other than a fitness test. But to me, this is just getting some minutes in their legs. It's obviously a ridiculous temperature there. It's really stressful on their fitness. But it's fun to see City back in the blue shirt, scoring goals, playing some nice football. Obviously, literally a game of two halves. We changed the team up so much. So you have to judge players based off a lack of fitness and so on. But there was still some really nice, fun stories there, Some really nice moments, some fun football. And I will go through it in my match reaction as well, by the way. I am going to go live in about 5-10 minutes or so. And I will talk about the players a little bit. You can't read too much into it. I'll tap the sign always, which is Twitter. Friendlies don't mean anything really, but you can enjoy the positives while not worrying about the negatives. I just saw Rico Lewis talking to Haaland, by the way, about the goal. You could tell it was really frustrating him. The board doesn't make effort. It's funny people think our board doesn't make effort. It's hilarious. If our board doesn't make effort, by the way, we wouldn't have won what we've won. It's as simple as that. But guys, thanks for watching the Watchalong. I've enjoyed you all there. I will be live very shortly to go through my reaction for the game, and I'll catch you all soon. City won 5-3 in a bit. I'll see you in 5 minutes.